concerns from Ticketmaster customers after they say that their tickets vanished. Now, pop star Pink is in New York City this week for a concert at MetLife Stadium. Two women who thought for sure they were going are now frustrated and demanding answers from Ticketmaster. They claim that their tickets were stolen by hackers just days before the show. Linda Baccaro has our story.
Pink's record-breaking concert tour hits MetLife Stadium tomorrow night. Fans like Brenda Azzolino of Flemington scooping up seats 10 months ago through Ticketmaster with her sister as a surprise for their mom.
Got them for her for Christmas gift, and so we were all excited.
2 weeks ago, Brenda got an email that her tickets were being transferred, even though she didn't authorize it.
I was like, my tickets are gone. I said, somebody just took them out of my account.
This Demarest mom tells us the same thing happened to her.
On Saturday afternoon at 4:15, I randomly get an email. By 4:16, I get another email from Ticketmaster saying the transfer is complete.
Both women asked Better Get Baccaro for help, and it turns out consumers across the country, from Philadelphia to Chicago, Minneapolis, Atlanta, and San Diego, are reporting the same problem with Ticketmaster. Alexandra says she's heartbroken. These second-grade girls no longer with tickets to see their singing idol, Pink.
So there's been a lot of tears. It's very frustrating. It's very upsetting.
Alexandra says she paid $1,275 for the 6 tickets. Brenda purchased new seats but is asking for a refund of her original purchase, $428.
I just want my money back for the tickets that were stolen from my account.
We asked Ticketmaster if the issue has anything to do with their data breach this spring, which affected more than 500 million customers of Ticketmaster and its parent company, Live Nation Entertainment.
As serious as that was, there was no breach of the sign-in credentials.
Senior Vice President Caitlin Henrich recently spoke with Today's Vicki Nguyen.
So Ticketmaster invests more in security and verification than the rest of the industry combined.
Ticketmaster gave News 4 this statement, saying in part, the top way fans can protect themselves is setting a strong, unique password. They note scammers are looking for new cheats across every industry, and tickets will always be a target because they're valuable.
Now, Linda Baccaro reached out to Ticketmaster on behalf of Brenda and Alexandra. They offered Brenda a full refund of that $428.